Good evening, me old gaming darlings. I hope you're keeping well. This is RyuGamer88 coming to you with another update just to keep you on your tabs for reminders on some of the big games coming out and for upcoming future content for this channel. If you are new to this channel, please do hit a subscribe so that you can not be missed out on any future content that comes through. And of course, if you like this video or any other future videos, then of course hit a like, drop a comment down below for your feedback and for anything you want to discuss in gaming relations at all. So of course we're coming up to the end of August, and of course, as I said further, there were some big updates coming through for September and onwards. So I'm happy to confirm with some of the updates that I've done with the equipment, particularly the Elgato game capture card has been a big help for that step forward. So what are we going to talk about in regards to updates? So I am going to be looking into a new green screen, because of course I'm sure you like to see what my kitchen looks like, but of course I don't think any gamer wants to see what a kitchen looks like, even though it's quite nice. But anyway, that's not as important, but hopefully it's quite nice to actually be able to have a decent background effect, just so that it makes the channel a little bit professional, I suppose. But it's more important that you guys at home, however you're watching these videos, that of course that you are enjoying the video. That's most important. So in regards to the gaming games that we've got through, so let's start with September this year. So some of the games that I'm quite interested of getting through is, of course, it's leaning towards the end of this month. End of September, beg my pardon. End of September. So 25th of September, two very highly anticipated games are coming out. You've got Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. I know that Sonic Racing games have been a bit of a hit and miss, but the way that they've portrayed for this one, I think it's going to be a bit of a decent banger. But let's just hope that it does live to its names. I have seen some of the content through on some of the other sources through, and it looks really decent. So I do hope Sega managed to pay this one off, and I fall back. And for all you horror fans, Silent Hill F, everyone, is coming out on the 25th of September. So, and that will not be far off. I'm keen to get hold of this as well, because I've not ever done a horror content. I'll probably be screaming like a girl at times, because I know some of the suspensions I'm not quite good at, but to your amusement you probably will enjoy it. With that all being said, arcade lovers, I'm sure there's a secret bit of retro in yourselves that there's a bit of retro in everyone that to our past reminiscence of enjoyment. Pac-Man World 2 Re-Pac is coming out on the 26th of September. Now, I haven't seen any information for physical releases. I'm hoping that it's the case, because I could only see game for our European customers. Game was only showing like the physical copies, and I couldn't see anything elsewhere like Smiths or anywhere else. But the fact that that's going to be creeping around the corner by give it a good few weeks ago, good few weeks ahead, I'm sure that this will start showing more, appearing on other video game consumer shops. But for me, I really enjoyed Pac-Man World 1 Re-Pac, and that did blow me away with regards to how refreshing the graphics were, and Bandai Namco didn't go silly-nilly on it. So that's another one to look forward to. Now we're going to fast over to October. Now there's a lot to be considered through, so mum, dad, whoever's financing the kids' video games, it's going to be expensive. Especially if you want to build it up towards Christmas as well. So, and the reason for this is that there is quite a diverse range of stuff that's going to be released in October. So for those who enjoyed Ghost of Tsushima earlier through with the PlayStation 5 and Xbox, there is another Ghost of Tsushima game coming out, but it's not the success. What I say, it's not a sequel directly as such. This is Ghost of Your Take, and for what I've seen through, it is. I think it's going to be another huge hit. Because now predominantly, if memory serves me well, is that you're now sort of coming into contact with the Ainu people, and which of course it's based on like sort of the people from Hokkaido. If I got any of that information wrong, then of course apologies for any offence caused, but it's just the overexcitement for it all. And that again is coming out on the 2nd of October. Going through another week in advance on top of that. Friday the 10th of October, you've got Little Nightmares 3. For those who enjoyed 1 and 2 of Little Nightmares, number 3, still, I've never played 1 and 2 personally. I've never had. But seeing that you still got, I think there's a bit of cooperative play in that, as well as if you want to go into do solo. But I think it still keeps the same suspense for this classic gaming, and that's another one to look forward to. Pokemon fans, please remember that according to, and this was my source from Smith's Games, that on the 16th of October, Pokemon Legends ZA is coming out. Now, this is coming out for the Nintendo Switch 2. I don't know if there's going to be a Nintendo Switch original version, but this is to be released for the Nintendo Switch 2. So do ensure, everyone, that you pick whatever copy version you're going to get, make sure it's the right one for your Switch consoles, because it's alright if you've got a Switch 2 and if you've bought a Nintendo Switch game, but if you have a Nintendo Switch 1 or a Nintendo Switch Lite, you're not going to be able to play the Nintendo Switch 2 design games for it. So do take into consideration. Last time I played Pokemon, it was probably not until I was about 12, maybe 13 years old. Christ, I make myself sound really old there. It's a good 20 years ago, good 20 years plus. Used to be absolutely obsessed with Pokemon, I kid you not. But I had some pros and cons of whether should I get this game. I probably will, for the sake of YouTube content, considering that how recent the Mario Kart World videos that I've recorded and uploaded through these, I'm quite impressed at how well that they've done and received. So for those who you know who you are, who've watched them, and thank you so much for the support. I was quite surprised at how many views that come up quickly. So thank you once again. Thank you. Moving on to another week, 24th of October. It's another Friday one, guys. So if you recall, Eidos Interactive, who are now obviously of course owned by Squaresoft, and Squaresoft being the main video game makers of the Final Fantasy franchise, Tomb Raider 1, 2 and 3 was mainly released digital, and of course it took some time in the process that they decided to go and do a physical release of the trilogy of 1, 2 and 3. They then re-released 4, 5 and 6 as another trilogy remastered. Again, at the time being, it was just digital only. Now some of them who are not bothered with physical media, then of course that's they've just gone and bought it as soon as it came released. But however, some people like myself, I prefer the physical media so that you have a direct copy, because once the digital version is off the market, you have no chance of trying to find it in another source. So I always prefer physical purchases. But anyway, so less of the waffling on, go straight to the subject of Tomb Raider, the trilogy of the remakes 4, 5 and 6. That is coming out, the physical version of the game comes out on the 24th of October, and there's going to be 2 editions onto that. I will briefly say, sorry for the other games if I haven't mentioned of any deluxe editions or any other type of editions. I didn't look into that information in hand, so apologies in advance of it, but do your own research if you want to get the standard versions or any other special editions versions, each to their own costing, and of course whatever exclusive content comes along with it. But Tomb Raider 4, 5 and 6 of the second trilogy on the 24th, there's at the moment only 2 versions. You've got the standard version, and then of course you've got the deluxe version. So keep your eyes peeled for more information on that. And this, yeah, absolutely. Just and just of course, if you're up for it, then fair play to getting the deluxe edition or standard. There's no judgment here and there. Now, in regards to one more thing left to announce through, but what I could be personally doing it through to widen the broad spec. So, and this is mainly on the subject for retro gamers, is of course Atari 2600. Say that again. The Atari 2600. If you remember playing that system many years ago, of course Atari and Bandai Namco have cooperated with each other, and they've re-released the Atari 2600 Plus, and they've also done a Pac-Man edition of it. I think that's where the cooperation stands, that they've both made the 2600 Plus because it's a Pac-Man edition. It is coming in retailed at the moment, take a pinch of salt, but last time I checked, and this was coming in from Smith's Toy Stores, is that it was retailed at £139.99. They didn't say on the stock quality, but I think it's kind of like if you pre-ordered it, then of course they'll have it available ready for you to collect. There's no mentioned wording of how many there is going to be available to pre-order, but if you're quite keen, then play it safe and sorry and do it as soon as possible. Now, I did read in a little bit of scope that with the Pac-Man edition, it does come with the Pac-Man games for it. 2 of them I'm under the impression of. And of course, that's what makes this unique, is that it's not built in. You actually get the physical cartridge, and I mean the original cartridge as to what the 2600 you would insert in. And of course, what makes it interesting is that you can also play the 7200 Atari games as well. Now, don't expect any flash HD settings, as in like in regards to loading screens or anything else. This is an actual traditional console back in the day that they've just refreshed it. The only thing that they've done additionally new is that, of course, I'm impressed, is that it's HDMI connective as well. And of course, proud to sort of say this, is that of course I will be picking a copy of it. And of course, for the retro gamers who love watching those games back in the day, is that I will be reviewing the console as well, and just to prove a point that it will work with another game of it, and it's not specifically older model of the console that just comes with the game with it. No, it is going to work with other games as well. And of course, I will go into full further detail of this for next time through on the when I do a video. But again, make a note of it. That comes out until the that does come out actually until the 31st of October. Now, spooky enough, for all you Five Nights at Freddy's fans, if you enjoyed playing the PC version of or even watched some of the other YouTuber gamers that were streaming or recording of Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic. The console version is coming out on that date as well. Didn't see any pricing information about it. I don't think it's going to be a £50 or £60 version of the game, but that too in itself is coming out on the 31st of October. So October is going to be a very expensive wallet situation. So no stress on that one. I believe there was one other game I was willing to take a dive into, but I'm just trying to find the source. 1 second, me old gaming darlings. Sorry about that, me old gaming darlings. Yeah, so I've managed to find the info, and of course, unfortunately, I didn't save it on my calendar, and I must do so. So there was one other game that I did actually leave out, which of course I can confirm what I will be purchasing through, and it is and this is for any of the retro Sega fanboys out there, or fangirls as well. And if you all enjoyed the House of the Dead 2 from the Sega Dreamcast, this is my boys are now doing the #2 remake on this game, because they previously had done #1 of the remake. Now they're going to do the remake of #2. This comes out on the 17th of October, and as far as I can confirm through in regards to what model this is, unfortunately this is only going to be released for the Nintendo. Is it that one? Unfortunately, as I searched on through, unfortunately for PS5 and Xbox gamers, you are not going to be able to get a release of this anytime soon, because they have only mentioned, according to Game, there is only a House of the Dead 2 remake for the Nintendo Switch, predominantly for the Nintendo Switch 2, I believe, but however, this is also available on stream as well. So I can confirm it is actually the 27th of October for this release date. So there's quite a few games to look out for out of October, and some of it in September as well. Now, all the games that I have mentioned, I will be looking into purchasing as well. So of course there is a wide range of different contents coming up through. However, I've yet to sort of do any streaming or any recordings through on the PC games. If you have any recommendations for which PC games that I should give it a try and give a review as well, please do leave a comment down below, and of course any suggestions is welcome, regardless. But there is some, so I think that pretty much does it for the time being. So if you enjoyed watching this video, thank you so much for the support as always. It's always appreciated. And of course, as I say, if you are new to the channel, do leave a subscribe so that you can enjoy the future content coming up through. And of course, until next time, me old gaming darlings, take care of yourselves and all the best. See ya.